Hey YouTube, hi, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel if you just accidentally clicked on this video. Please stay. Yeah, we are going to do today my top 3 Thursday, and this week we're going to talk about my top 3 first-person shooters on the Xbox Bambino. This is probably the time where my interest in first-person shooters was at its absolute peak, you know. So, yeah, some real big hitters as far as I'm concerned. Maybe this is the golden age of the first-person shooters, or maybe the Xbox 360, maybe PS3 era might have been even better. But yeah, this is where if you asked me when the Xbox was the console was around, and someone said, "Oh, what kind of games are you into?" I probably would have said first-person shooters was my number one favourite genre of games to play, you know. So without further ado, let's get into it. As always, I'm going to do some honourable mentions and then my top 3. I will add as well, I'm not going to do picking one game, not from franchise, but like if there's a number 1, I'm not going to do number 1 and number 2 otherwise my top 3 might look a bit different. So I thought, to be fair, we'll have a bit of variety. 2 of the games are actually from the same universe, let's say. It hopefully makes sense by the end of the video, so bear with me, boys and girls, grannies and aunts. Okay, first honourable mention then. It's quite a new game to the collection, is Black. This is a fantastic first-person shooter. I grew up with the PlayStation 2 version of this game, but I recently bought this, so I thought it definitely deserves an honourable mention. I haven't played the Xbox version, but the game's so good. It might have, if I do play it, it was that good from what I can remember. It might actually get into my top 3, so I don't want to put it in. It's not fair because I haven't actually played the Xbox version. Okay, an amazing game, Star Wars Battlefront. Spoiler, one of these games might be in my top 3. So this is what I mean. So I didn't want to put 2 Battlefront games. I think it was fair to stick them in my top 3. But where is it in my top 3? Fond memories. This is the actual game I grew up with as well. I had this. This is my original copy. That's what I'm trying to say. It took me a while to get my head around what kind of game it was. When I was looking at it in the shop, I thought it was just your normal first-person shooter, and then he was like, right, okay, I got to choose my character, and you got a tiny health bar, haven't you? But you got the same health bar. Well, most first-person shooters back then, anyway, you've got a massive health bar, and everyone else has got a tiny health bar, but you're on the same playing field as everyone else. And I always used to go the basic army man, or what, I can't remember what they call it, like a basic stormtrooper. Didn't go sniper or anything like that, scout or whatever. Yeah, really good. My favourite thing about this was you can get the guys to follow you. You used to hit the button and say, hey, follow me. So you have like a squad of people behind you. Yeah, really good game this is. Excellent game, and it relives the battles from the movies, in case you didn't know. The standout one, and is the standout scene in the whole Star Wars universe movies, is the Battle of Hoth. It's amazing, and if you play as the rebels, I think the Empire have got an extra 50. I think you start with 200 people in your team, and there's 250 people because you are outnumbered, aren't you? And it's fantastic. It's so hard, but it's really satisfying when you know you're winning. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, brilliant game that is. Another one, Halo 2, didn't make my top 3. And I was oh my god, I paid 49p for this. What a game for 49p. Shout out 49p. Where did I get that? I must have got that in a cash generator or somewhere like that. It is complete in box, as you can see. Nice. I wouldn't call that minty though. Yeah, I remember the hype for this was unreal. I was counting down the days. I did try to book a week off work to play it, but It must have been either there was double booked, other people were off and not actually going on holiday, or I just wanted to play this video game. So my holiday request got, and rightly so, denied, you know. I thought, cheeky holiday, I'll put it in, but no, it is not the end of the world. And my memory of this game was $39.99, and I was working in Currys at the time, and there was an offer on for £40. So for 1 pence more, you get one of those, I think it was Midway arcade treasures for a penny. So everyone was buying that as well. We all, you know, all the boys, we all went out, all my mates working there bought this game. Like at least 10 of us bought it. And then I played it, and I was eyeing up the Midway arcade treasures. Honest to God, I played that more than I played this that night, you know. And I went to work the next day. The boys thought I was joking. They were laughing their heads off. Oh yeah, well that's funny. I said, no, seriously, I was more into the retro back then games, you know. But I think it's got a better story. It does expand on the Halo universe compared to Halo 1. But the graphics, a lot of people said this was the best graphics on the entire console. I disagree with that. But it took me a while to get into it. But it's not my favourite Halo game, not by a long shot, you know. Still a good game though. Another good game, Medal of Honor Frontline. I got a feeling this was the original. Yeah, that's definitely the original game I had from back in the day as well. This was actually the second game I ever played on the Xbox. So Halo was the first game I ever played. That was the reason I bought the console. Might even make it into my top 3. Who knows? And that just wowed me. I can't remember what first-person shooters. Like, I might have been playing Star Wars on the N64, Shadow of the Empire. Might have been playing that. That was probably my favourite first-person shooter up until Halo. So what a difference. If you see the graphics, the controls and the gameplay, what a leap forward that was. So I naively expected every single game to be at that level. So I bought this. This was advertised on, now there wasn't many TV adverts on video games back in the day. But this ad was advertised quite heavily, and it did look amazing. And I'd not long come back from living in France. I lived in Paris for a while. I've lived everywhere, right? Trust me, or most places. And I went to Normandy, and I saw like the after effects, like the big craters are still there and stuff. So when I got back, this was the second game I played for the Xbox, and it, for me back then, like Halo will always be my favourite game on the Xbox, but then this was like not far behind. The game I played after this was Hitman 2, another fucking amazing classic game. So my expectation was up here, and then I played shit game after shit game. Bit of a reality check, let's say. But yeah, that was the second game I ever played on the Xbox. Very good fun game. This is actually on the PlayStation 3 Medal of Honor. I know the first one that came out. This is Allied Assault. I can't remember what it's called, but this is actually like a bonus on there. So yeah, I played that not so long ago. Another game all the boys bought when we were in Currys was Rainbow Six 3. What attracted me to this game was it came in like a big thick box. The version I had. This isn't the version I had from back in the day, unfortunately. But it had like the headset. That's why it was in a nice chunky cardboard box. And all my mates bought it. And I didn't go online. It wasn't my shtick, you know, for first-person shooters. But I had the headset, and you could control, like you go up to a door, and you're supposed to say something like, open flash clear. And the guys go, okay, open flash clear. And it worked. It was like, oh wow, this is pretty good. So it added that element into the first-person shooter. The first couple of missions, if I remember, I hardly fired a bullet. I was just getting my team to do it, because that's how good the AI is in this game. But then after a while, I started to realise you could say whatever you wanted in this microphone, and it would still pick it up. So I'd be like, I'll tell you everything I used to say, like, fuck your mom, like shout that down the thing in the right, fuck your mom, like that. And they go, open flash clear, okay. And I'd be howling, laughing. My brother and my parents come in and, well, you're right. And I'm like just laughing at this game. It was so funny. But yeah, I got fond memories. That's a very high quality first person shooter, that is. Another good game, Return to Castle Wolfenstein. I played this within the last 2 years as well. This is a ton of fun. It's a bit cheap at some points. You got to be careful where you save as well. If you are auto-save, I like the story and everything about Wolfenstein, but I remember I was in like the catacombs or something, and there was like booby traps, and it's quite interesting. You go from fighting just Nazis and German soldiers and stuff like that to like, it's got that like the zombie kind of thing is all in there as well, and the mythical stuff. So it's a very interesting story. But then I remember it was a thing where like I had to run through this corridor. There was like these things that would crush you or something. And as I run, it did the autosave, and I died. And it was like, I was hours into the game. I'm not saying I was near, I have finished this game before. But my most recent playthrough on this actual disc was, that's what happened. So I was like, and I hadn't fucking been saving it. So it was like, reload, load last save. Yeah, boom, died. There was nothing. I pull back, I jump, I tried everything. Nah, so it spoiled it for me, that did, you know. Not saying about not saving. I'll do these two together. They got Serious Sam 2. I'm probably a bigger fan of the first one. They've really good graphics on this game, but a very similar thing happened with this. How spoilt are we now with autosave? Not all games on the Xbox had autosave, and I'd played 5 hours solid on this, thoroughly enjoyed it. I thought I'll turn it off now, just to have a cup of tea or something. So I turned off the Xbox, had a couple of 15-20 minute break, went back up to enjoy the rest of my day off, and it didn't save. I was like, oh shit. I was like, no way, not even an autosave. It isn't a feature in the game. So I literally had to start from the beginning. I just couldn't face it. But it is a very good, silly, if you like overkill games, this is the game for you, you know. So yeah, that's all my honourable mentions. So Serious Sam 1 and Serious Sam 2. Okay, if I'm being honest, the maybe Halo 2 or Star Wars Battlefront might have made it into this list, but I didn't think it was fair to put. You might be working out now what else is in my list, just in case you're wondering. Okay, but as of right now, my third favourite first-person shooter for the Xbox, drum roll please, is Star Wars Republic Commando. I'm really looking forward to playing. I've got the PlayStation remaster or whatever. Visually, it holds up anyway. My earliest memory of this game, I knew it was coming out, all the magazines, a big game like this would be on the cover of all the magazines. It was a hell of a hype. It was like 6 months hype, and then it was okay, 3 months to go. But then one game, who remembers it when Xbox magazine used to give you demos? So I bought it. It was like £6 or £7. That was quite a lot of money years ago. It's a lot of money now, but a lot of magazines do go for about £5-6 now. But I used to have demos on the disc, and I played that demo to death. I was so hyped for this game to come out. And the weekend it finally came out, I had a weekend off, or a long weekend. Might have been bank holiday weekend or something. And it was we had a heat wave, and I love the sun. Well, not anymore. I don't like it now from living abroad, but back then I was one of those guys, take my top off, catch the tan and all that shit, innit? And all my mates saying, barbecue up here, or one of my mates said, right, come and help me paint a fence. I did enjoy that. Have as much beer as you can drink on me, kind of thing. I just played this game. I didn't leave my bedroom, I don't think. Only to go to the toilet and have some food. Not at the same time. I went to the toilet, finished my business there, then had some food, maybe not, just in case you think I'm one of those weirdos, you know. But yeah, I really enjoyed this, and I remember reading a review, and it was like, they marked it down, like give it a 7 out of 10, because one of the levels, you've got shotguns. It's like, oh my god, it's a first-person shooter. I can't remember if it's on the disc, but I've watched a documentary, so maybe it is on the disc about this game, and they consulted with, it's like a Rainbow Six in the Star Wars universe. It's probably the easiest way to describe it, but they consulted with professional, like, military people. I don't know if the SAS or the Marines or something like that. There was ex-Marines, for example, and they were consulting with them. Would you move like this? So it wasn't just a cheap Star Wars ripoff. It is set, I think this is canon as well. It's set in the Clone Wars. It's a prelude to Episode 3. So before Order 66. I think Order 66 might have been something right at the end. It's one of those tie-in games that kind of flirts with the story of the movies. If you love the movies, yeah, this is even more reason to enjoy this game. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. And again, LucasArts, they didn't used to make anything bad games. Right, these next two games are miles better than all the other games I've already talked about. If you ask, depending on what day of the week it is, I think I've done my favourite Xbox game, and I can see it's changed. So it's my, your memories, your tastes change all the time, okay? So quite a big one now. My second favourite game on the Xbox, or favourite first-person shooter game on the Xbox, yeah, it is Star Wars Battlefront 2. This game is outstanding. It runs on the Xbox 360. I still play it to this day. Last time I played it was probably a month or 6 weeks ago, and it still holds up. It's miles better than the new ones that EA have done. Visually, it holds up. There's loads of modes. There's even a kind of story campaign mode. That's okay. I've done that once or twice, but what's it called? Galactic Conquest. I still love all that. I'm not a fan of the flying missions. If there's a vehicle, I jump on like a speeder bike or something like that, but to get to the outpost really quick. But if there's any flying ones, I just skip over them. Apparently I'm missing out because they're really good fun, apparently. But no, I just loved playing as a stormtrooper and opening a can of whoop ass, let's say. So this game is fucking outstanding. Visually it holds up. The first one wowed me with how good it looks, if I'm being honest. But yeah, this really does make you feel you're in the Star Wars universe, you're part of those massive battles that I grew up with watching on the big screen, So yeah, that is actually now relegated to my second favourite. But if I did another top 3 Thursday in a year's time, maybe I'll swap with the next game. Okay, you might have worked it out, some of you. My favourite game on the Xbox, I would say has to be, because some days it's that game, but as of today, my favourite game on the Xbox is Halo Combat Evolved, Bambino. This is the reason I bought the Xbox. I paid £220 for the Xbox. I think it'd been out 2, maybe 3 months. I remember I went into game and they had it like running on one of the big TVs, just like a demo or something. And I was like, what's that game? Never heard of it. Didn't buy it straight away, but it was quite a low time in my life when I bought this. And I literally I think I had like a £222 to my name. And this was £220, so I spent all my money. It was the Xbox, and this was the free game you got with it. And this game, even today, is really good fun. I've done everything you can possibly do in this game, I reckon. I've even, because I'm bored, shoot my teammates, like the Marines or whatever they're called, in it. And then they fire back. They give you a couple of like shouts, warning, hey, I'm on the same side, kind of thing. And then all of a sudden they go, the Chief's gone bad or something. And then it's really hard. But I wonder what happens if this happens. Or I wonder what happens if I run over here. I've played this game to death, like I'm sure most people have. Can argue I paid £220 for the game. For that, that's the reason I bought the Xbox. I like the fact as well that the Duke controller has later been known as. I loved that controller as well. It was like, yeah, this system's for adults. That's like a 15 plus. But yeah, I love this game. When I'm in the mood to play it though, I played it last year. No, I think I played it this year actually. I play the not the Master Chief Collection, the anniversary on the Xbox 360. It's just got those HD graphics and it, but luckily the gameplay is exactly the same, you know. But yeah, that is my number 1 Xbox first-person shooter game, Bambino. Let me know in the comments. I don't know how to end my videos. I'm working on an intro and I'm working on an outro as well, okay? Sound like a bit of a twat going, love you, bye. That. Yeah, so please, getting quite a bit of support now. I really appreciate it, guys. Quite a few are hadouking that subscribe button. Thank you so much. Making an old man happy. Yeah, we'll cut it off there. Let me know, what's your top 3 first-person shooters on the Xbox? Are there any I haven't mentioned? Is there the ones I'm not aware of? I've got quite a few other ones on my shelf there, you know, that I haven't got around to playing yet. So, or they're not that good, you know. Yeah, let me know in the comments what your thoughts are on mine and what I should be playing. As always, love you, bye.